Back again following week for doing 20 miles today. I was 17 miles in, 4.5 hours, still sitting around 3.6 miles an hour. Just ramping some of my mileage down before 5th of June. I'm with Neil today, who's the other part of the four, is the third, no not the third, a quarter of the four. So I've been with Sam, Neil and Tony over the last three weeks. Been on the go since about 5:30 this morning. Feel okay. I think my prime thing really is to try and get 20 miles, try and make 20 miles easy. Which I think I'm sort of succeeding with, to be fair. Just building that stamina. Got the feeding right, drinking right. Last week's 30 miler, I got away with, I'm going to call it half a blister, because I managed to catch that just in time, and before it turned into anything more serious. The toe tubes and the tape seem pretty good, and powdering the feet definitely helped. So last week was really really hot. I think it peaked at about 26 degrees, so we come out of that quite well. And biggest bonus of that was the microfiber cloth, saturating that and putting it over your neck. That is an absolute bonus. So that comes in handy, not just for drying your feet if it's raining or whatnot, but if it's a hot day, you need to put some on your neck, cool down. That is the thing to use. For sure. Well, you can see Neil in the background. Neil's in the white t-shirt. This is the longest walk he's ever done. So he's on, say, mile 17. So he's going through some of the mental barriers and I think he's going through a bit of discomfort, but he's plodding on. He's got the music going. I'm going to do a shout out to the Duke, which is the name of a barge that we see last week. They kindly pulled over and refilled our beakers, so shout out to the Duke if anyone knows those. Lovely couple. So they pulled over, topped up our fluids with them. Really nice, so thank you very much to you guys. And we're just getting through to Linford. We've just gone through Great Linford. So but so obviously the idea of these training walks is knowing where your weaknesses are, plus points, building upon them each week. And so a lot of it's in the prep, and it's really important to get your prep right, and how you manage your walk does dictate how the rest of the walk pans out. The early stages, you've still got to take on fluids, you've still got to eat. You don't want to be struggling early, because it is going to affect you later on in the walk. So yeah, it's all key. But that's Neil in the background there. He's just come across off the towpath. I think we want to leave it there. There's not much else to say. Next week I'm thinking of doing 10 miles, but I think I'm going to do 10 miles on a Friday night, get up early on the Saturday morning, do another 10, and possibly do another 10 on the Saturday evening, just to get my body used to getting up early, continuous walking. We'll see how that pans out, and then I won't do nothing the week before, because I say it's the 5th, 6th, 7th of June. The Trekkers 4 is our Instagram page if you want to check us out on there for further details, the charities we're doing it for, updates, pictures as we go through the walk, because it is going to be a bit of a brute, but you know, it would be boring if it wasn't a challenge. So remember, it's only walking. It's only walking. We can do this, one foot in front of the other, and the closer we get to our destination. Thanks guys, and I'll catch up with you next week. Cheers, bye. That's something I just wanted to pick up on, was chafing between your legs. So I've not experienced that before, but last walk on that 30 miler I started to. I just got to try and address that. So not only have you got to look after your feet and make sure your feet are padded, taped up, you got to look after your undercarriage and make sure you got a bit of powder, because you're going to sweat downstairs, a bit of rubbish, so something else to consider. Look after your bits and bobs.